Welcome to Coach Hayes Football and the Team. That's right. If you're here, that means you want to become a team member, and here's how you do it. Simply join up. There are 3 tiers. The first tier is the player tier. On this tier, you get to use special emojis as well as you will get member shoutouts. The second tier is the coach tier. Now, here's where you get prioritized in the comment section on live streams, discounted merchandise. You also will receive access to early videos and private videos. The third tier is the coordinators tier. This tier right here is where it gets really exciting. You get to skip the phone lines and be next automatically. Also, you can join me on the screen, right, during the live streams. You get to come on the screen and talk your talk. Also, we'll be watching some games together. So you'll get specialized and private links in order to watch the games with Coach live. Just a quick note, the higher the tier, you also get the perks that go below it. That's really exciting. So not only that you get the perks for that tier, but you get the ones that follow underneath as well. So don't hesitate. Go ahead, hit that join button, become part of the team with Coach Hayes, and become a player, coach, or coordinator. And I'm telling you, we're going to have a great time this season.
Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
Crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Prime Time Talk 26 in the building. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. Coach got his shades on. I'm ready for the game. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. That's all I know. And somebody talk about somebody's mama, I need to know what's up. Anyway, I need to know what's going on, man. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. We get it rock and roll in this joint. And we're going to make it happen, man. Let's see. We got quite a few people in the building piling in. Excuse me. Got to make it rock. All right. LMV with the thumbs up. There we go. We ready to rock. As soon as the producer give me the thumbs, I know I'm good to go. All right. Here we go. Colorado, man. This is a crazy game, right? 10 p.m. game for people that's on the East Coast like myself here in Orlando. It's a pretty late game, but I love football. I'll be up till Oregon play Hawaii. I think that's at 8 o'clock. But anyway, I'm here for all the fun. But I got my shades on because, of course, everybody know people was talking trash. And Coach over there, I forgot his name, Coach Khan, I believe his name is talking about Coach Prime in his shades. I can't work with shades. I can't do it. I did it for the fun. I'm done with it. But anyway, everybody knows he was talking trash about his hat and shades at the press conferences and whatever the case may be. It is what it is, man. Like everybody has stated, I don't know if I have to state it again. You have literally poured fuel on the fire, right? You have poured fuel on the fire. There's been a lot of questions, and I might make a poll. I think I'm going to do that right now. Will Coach Prime try and run up the score, yes or no? Matter of fact, I'm going to make that right now. I'm going to make that poll right now. Will Coach, I can spell it right, Coach Prime up the score? Yes or no? All right, so there it is. I'm gonna pin that to the top of the chat in there. Let me know what you guys think. That'll be interesting to see. I think so, right? You talk about a man's mama. This is gonna be what it's gonna be. We already at 83% people saying yes in the build. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. 12% say no right now. I'll get back to that here in a second. But anyway, let me do a quick roll call to a couple of people here, and then we go ahead and get this thing started. Open up the phone lines, talk about it, have fun, all the other stuff. Hey, Lexus. Coach, you look so handsome. Stop, Lexus. You got me blushing on camera. Kitty Mike in the building. Fire. Let's get it. All right, Scope Buzz. That boy say 3-0. Your fantasy ain't looking like 3-0. Your fantasy looking a little shaky, baby. You better get to it, Rob. I'm just talking trash, man, having fun. Ryan Nicole in the building, the directors of the SCs out there. Hey, family, got my drink ready. So do I. We ready to rock and roll. Shout out to Ryan Nicole in the building. All right, here we go. Let me see here. Of course, LMV. Special thank to our sponsor, Trevor with Interstate Sports. Definitely, man. Listen, real quick, if you want to get anything for your, like I said, just sports memorabilia in general, go check out interstatesportsgifts.com. It is in the comment section. In the description section below. Go check it out. He has anything. If he doesn't have what you think you want or you see, call him. He'll try to make it happen. He also beat people's prices too. So check him out, man. Check him out. All right. Appreciate that, LNC, keeping me on my toes. All right. Also, we hit 35,000 subscribers. Clap up to everybody, man. We had 35,000 subscribers. 35,000 subscribers. Countdown time in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Cuban Kane, what's up with you, man? Warren Hill, what's up, baby? Man, you had called in and got off. I think you had to run, man. How about them Crimson Crybabies and them criminals? It was close, man. It was close, man. And you saw you got Jalen Milrose, if I'm saying his name right. I don't want to say he got benched. He didn't play. So I'll put it that way. He didn't play, man. Tony the Pod Boss. I need you to call in, Tony the Pod Boss. I think I saw something interesting on your Twitter. I need you to call in. I need you to talk about it. I can't remember what it is, but I know it came from you. I might be wrong, but I think it's what it is. If it was me, if it were you, Coach Hayes, would you run up the score? You damn right. Listen, I'm like class on Saturday. I'm like school on Saturday. I got no class, dog. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to run it up because at the end of the day, I'm here for my players. I'm not here for your players. I'm here for my players. I'm going to run this thing up, and that helps bring momentum, confidence, morale to your team as you go and start getting a little bit deeper in this schedule, and it gets a little bit more tough. So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm going to play my starters the whole game depending on the score, but I'm not going to just, let me just run the ball. No, I'm trying to blow the bulbs out the doggone scoreboard. They might use LED lights now, but I'm trying to blow them too. I'm trying to get the electrician out there to blow a circuit board or something. That's just how I look at it. But anyway, again, I think this will definitely be a convincing win from the Colorado Buffaloes over Colorado State. As all games, it may not. I don't know. Start out just a little slow, but I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think so. I think they're going to try to take the top off this joint, man. And I wouldn't be mad at him. He says stay tuned to the pregame. He says Mama might be in the speech. That's Coach Prime. Mom might be out there. Mama Prime might be in the pregame speech. I don't know. This dude been up for a long time because College Game Day was there in Boulder. And, of course, they do a 12 noon Eastern. It's 3 hours behind, so it's 9 o'clock there. They don't play till 10 o'clock Eastern here, which is 9 o'clock there. No, 8 o'clock there, excuse me, which is 8 o'clock there. So, or 7 o'clock. No, it's 8 o'clock in Colorado. So 8 o'clock Colorado, thinking California. 8 o'clock Colorado. So it's been a long day for Coach Prime. Not a lot of rest. Got to go out there and talk a little bit and all that good stuff. But, yeah, man, I'm super excited. The poll right now, will Coach Prime run up the score? 78% say yes, 22% say no. I need people to call in, and I need you to discuss, why don't you think he'll run up the score? Huh? Why don't you think he'll run up the score? I'm willing to have fun with it, have fun. Also, I got the Florida-Tennessee game over here playing. Got my son out there playing, Joe Milton. He out there lighting it up. But Florida looking a little feisty right now in this deal, man. But, hey, Tennessee's ranked number 11 right now. Florida is not. They 2-0 versus a 1-0 1-1 Florida, man. So we definitely see what's going on. But yeah, you guys call on in. Let's talk about it. My beloved Miami Hurricanes played on Thursday. They did their thug thizzle against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. The good, bad, and ugly review is out already. So you could definitely go check that out. If you're a member, make sure you check it out. It was in the member page pretty much since about 2:30 this morning. Whatever. I think I put it up there at 2:30 somewhere in there. But anyhow, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's get this thing going. I'm super excited, man. Golly. Primetime game at 10 p.m. I'm loving it. All right, man. First call in here. I didn't even put the number up. That's when you know you got real members. And also, I didn't make a champagne room for this one. Let me know in the chat if my members want a champagne room game for this one. You know I got to say it like that. So let me know in the chat if you guys want a champagne room. We could probably throw that up as well. All right. Warren, talk to me, baby. What's up with you, man?
How about them criminals?
How about them criminals? What happened? Did they lose? They didn't lose, did they?
Dude, they won by 19 or by 2 points against a team that committed 19 penalties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, there is no excuse. Listen, if they stay in the top, if they stay in the top 10 after that, I listen. It's I don't even know what to say. And listen, first off, I don't have any idea what that guy said about Deion's mom. What did he say, and what's the context of it? Was it lighthearted? Was it
all right? So here,
like,
so here's what happens, right? You know, everybody knows Coach Prime, you know, bigger than life and everything else. And when he does press conferences and things, he has his Colorado hat on and his shades, which of course he's promoting. I believe it's a company called Blender, and he promotes that as well, right? And so the other coach, I believe his name is Coach Khan, was doing an interview, and he said, listen, basically said, and I may not get it verbatim, so for all you Twitter fingers out there, chill out. But he basically said, listen, I don't care if these people hear this in Boulder, but I was raised that when I talk to another adult, I take my hat and glasses off. That's really pretty much what he said. And so, of course, you know, everybody runs with it, blows it up, because Coach Prime always has his shades on, always has his hat on, whether it be the cowboy hat or the Colorado baseball cap. You know, and, you know, shades inside, people look at it a certain way. And so that's really the context of it. And people are now saying, well, he kind of talked about his mom because I guess he's trying to say he wasn't raised right by his mom because, you know, a certain respect deal there. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, listen, I think that's a stretch for Deion to say he's taking a personal shot at his mom. I mean,
well, I'll say this. Hold on, but let me go back, Warren. I'll say this. Deion didn't necessarily say that he did. Other people did, and Deion kind of rolled with it. Maybe that's how I saw it. Like, Deion didn't correct him. You know what I mean? He kind of like went with it because, again, he's a showman. He does marketing. So he like, look, y'all said it. I'm going to roll with it. And so that's what it is. But, you know, but go ahead. Talk your piece.
He's all about the marketing. So I don't think he's going to run the score up any more or less on this team than he did the last 2 weeks, and then he's going to try to do for the next 9 weeks or 9 games. He's obviously got an off week. He's going to try to do it on everybody. I don't think this guy. Listen, I don't think he's overly concerned. He's just using it as hype to get attention drawn to him and his school, or him in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame him. As a CEO of the football program, you know, that's his job, and he's doing a stellar job. Now, is he arrogant and cocky? Absolutely. But you know, the results speak for themselves. And I think he's just using that as, you know, let the media make it whatever they want. And he's going to expound on it. Or, you know, that's what I think. I don't know. I can be completely wrong. I don't know. I don't think he's going to do anything less than he would, even if the comments weren't made. Colorado's still going to do to Colorado State what they've been doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. And to correct that, thank you, Harold Mitchell, for correcting me. It was Jay Norville. Yes. I don't know what I think. Khan. Who was I thinking about? But no, you're 100% correct. He's going to do what he's going to do. They're going to, and again, that's part of what you get out of Coach Prime, right? You get the bulletin board material, as they like to say, right? Let's turn this up. Let me get my players even more invested in this deal, even more, and take it personal, because it is a family affair at that university. Of course, you got Coach Prime. Then, of course, you have his son playing quarterback. Of course, you have his other son playing safety. You have his daughter, I believe she's playing volleyball or basketball there. You know, you have the other son doing all the social media. So it does become a family affair. His relationship with Travis Hunter, his relationship with Jimmy Horn, his relationship with Dylan Edwards. Those are family-type atmospheres, and that's what he tries to build in that building, in that facility, and at that campus. So, you know, it's like one of them things. You know, if somebody says something about your mama, it might be some real slight, but I'm going to blow it up 100 times because I got to get you rowdy. And that's just how it goes, man. But, Warren, I appreciate you, man. Real quick before I move on, because I got other callers. How you feel about them Canes, baby? Just real quick. How you feel about them Canes?
Giddy, baby. I'm giddy.
I got to slap you for that. Look. Oh, I got to slap you just because I'm giddy, baby. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you, man.
Thanks, man. All right, 6406 coming to you. 6406, call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Coach, this Tony the Pod Boss.
Tony the Paul Ball, what's up? Butterfly 88, you better call in. Pull that call over and call on in here. What's going on, Tony?
Man, Coach, loving the atmosphere today. Definitely congratulations to your Kings. I see they keeping that seat nice and hot and ready until Deion's ready to come on over there. So I appreciate that. Don't get fired right now. Just keep it, steady right now until Deion's ready to come over there in about 2 or 3 years.
Ooh. Hey, boy, if that happens, Tony the Paul Ball, I'm gonna buy a statue and put it outside my house of you, man. Because, boy, I tell you, you are truly a future teller, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
A
Coach,
fortune, yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, everything is written in the wall. Every time he have a guest on, minus T.O., I keep seeing Canes coming at locker room talking to the team. He made a statement today. He said as soon as Warren Sapp is done with his degree, he's going to be coaching at Colorado. Like, everything is. Then you got The Rock, no better, PR than The Rock to get to the Canes. I'm just trying to let you know what's going to happen. I'm foreseeing it right now.
You know what's funny, though? I have to be very honest. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I do see nothing but Canes. Now, I know he played with the coach that's on the staff. Coach James Chaney, right? He's on his staff there in Colorado. He was a high school coach
From Lehigh.
From Lehigh, yeah. Coach James Chaney. But I think that's the only Florida State dude that I know that has been around the program publicly on camera, I could say. But like you said, you've had Warren Sapp, you've had Michael Irvin, you had, of course, The Rock now. I'm trying to think who else. Maybe it's just because of their fame.
Ed Reed had the issue going on. He called Coach Prime.
He was friend. Yeah, that's true. He was friends with Coach Ed Reed. Yeah, you're 100% right, man. Golly, you own it, Tony. I think this is exactly what was on your Twitter. I think this is what was on your Twitter, Tony.
Because I keep trying to let you know them Canes keep slithering around. They putting it in the AD era out there, and it's just on watch. I'm just letting you know. But real quick, to answer your question, that you posed earlier talking about the game, I do not think Colorado is going to run up the score. I actually think they're going to struggle a little bit just because this is a rivalry game. A lot of people don't realize that Colorado State actually has pretty decent, lines on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And, as much as we make about, Colorado being able to run up the score, they don't really have, if we're being honest, a power 5 line per se. Deion made it very clear he builds his teams from the outside in because he's aware that he's not there where he wants to be in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
And one key thing, and I'll leave you with this, Coach.
Sure.
A lot of people didn't notice this, but Colorado State head coach Jay Norvell, he switched his quarterbacks. He went with Braden Fowler and Nicolosi. He's a running quarterback. They seen what Nebraska did. They're going to slow this game down. They're going to make it a game in the trenches. And even Coach Prime said they want to establish a run game on their side. So I see a slower game than what people are expecting.
And I will say this. Now, I will say this. These games are flying by. Let me say something to you. I'm looking at the Tennessee-Florida game, right? It is 6 minutes left in the half, and that game kicked off at like about 7:15. It is 8:20 right now. It is 8:20. So, it only takes longer. People don't realize the rules have now changed where the clock does not stop if you go out of bounds, right? But it does stop for incomplete passes. But for teams that run the ball or make a completed pass, the clock continues to run. So it's basically becoming a real live clock in essence. And it goes, prime example, not to try to keep bringing this up, but man, I think the Hurricane game broke a record, bro. Like that game started at 7:30. I think it was done at 10. And games are typically 3.5 hours. That was 2.5 hours. So that may be a thing as well. You're not going to see a lot of large scores and all that. I still don't know how the world Oregon got 81 points in the game with these new rules, but they did. So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's beyond me. Yeah.
But man, I appreciate you.
No, I agree with you, Coach. Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I can't. Vegas always they know something that we don't know clearly, and they're keeping that line at about 23.5. If they really felt like they were going to run up the score, they wouldn't hesitate to, make that a little bit higher. But I will say
this. They've been wrong twice. Well, no, that's not. No. Let me see. The tennis, the They were wrong about the TCU game. I mean, when we say wrong, we don't know they're going to hit it right on the head. But, I mean, they were way off.
Right.
And they were wrong about the Nebraska game when it comes to Colorado. I'm not talking about across the board, but when it comes to Colorado, they've been wrong 2 times. So they better find some believers up in there too, huh?
3 times the charm. Just say the rest and you done.
Well, you better be careful. You'll be called a hater, dog. That's all I know. That's all I know, man. But no, I appreciate you, Tony. I got 3187 coming to you here in a second. But no, but yeah, I appreciate it, man. All right, real quick, he brought this up, so I might well. Right now, the spread is 23.5. Colorado is in favor. 23.5 is the spread. The over and under is 64 points. So if you'd like to go out there and place a wager, then you will go ahead. Big LT, I know you better call in. Yep, he called him a hater. There it is. All right. 3187 coming to you. Call and talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What it do, Coach? This is Trey from North Carolina.
Trey from North Carolina. What's up with you, baby?
Not much chilling on this Saturday night.
Man, I'm telling you, man, what you got? Hold on. What you got in your hand besides the phone? Please tell me you got something else in your hand. Well, don't tell me everything you got in your hand. You know what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I got a little Colorado concoction.
There you go. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a question for you. I keep hearing certain people say Deion is cocky and arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's cocky and arrogant, or is it confidence?
I think it's a little bit of all of it. I think it's a little bit of all of it, to be honest with you, Trey. And we could talk a little bit. Nobody else is calling in right now, so there's no rush. I will say this. I think it's a little bit of all of it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that in the sense of because you've accomplished it. You have to remember this too. And he has said this clearly out his own mouth. When he's by himself, he's a different person. That's how he created the prime persona, right? Yeah. So people have to understand, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he did somewhat say this or allude to, when he's out and about, he's prime. When he's in the crib, he just Deion. And I say that to say this, he did it well. He did it athletically. He backed it up. He did all those things, and he's showing the world right now, like I say, including Coach Hayes himself, which I don't want to take all the onus on that because I know a lot of people say, oh, you're a hater. But I still think Coach Prime is doing exactly what I thought he would do. He definitely beat TCU. I called it a loss. But right now, he beat Nebraska convincingly, which I clearly thought he would do. He's going to beat Colorado, I believe, convincingly, which I definitely thought he would do. And we'll start seeing when some tougher competition comes along as we see. And that's okay. Like, I want people to understand, even if he happens to take an L, it's okay. Because that L also means that's a learning process to get better, right? To get better. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Yeah. Like, we see it. The football is just unpredictable as all get out. You know how much money was lost in Vegas today over Alabama, South Florida game?
I don't know, but I know they lost $100 million on Colorado. Nebraska game?
So I don't know about Nebraska. God, if you went against that, then you're a hater. If you went against the Nebraska piece of it, golly.
Yeah, the spread, motherfuckers 3.5. Yeah, motherfuckers like crazy bet on that. They said, yeah. So I got another question, Coach.
Sure.
In the same vein, is confident? It's like what I'm seeing now is people are like equating confidence, if you have it, to you're not humble.
Right.
Like they making it. It's almost like they making it. Confidence can't be in the midst of humbleness. It's like they trying to make it an oxymoron. That if you're confident, it's automatically you're not humble, automatically you're arrogant, automatically you're cocky. I don't understand that. I feel like society, or maybe it's always been like this with Deion, but I'm never, maybe I'm comfortable within myself. I'm never offended by somebody's confidence, especially if they got the track record or if they doing the work to, back up said confidence. It's not false or it's not coming out of nowhere. It's from putting the work in.
Correct. So let me go ahead and answer. So let me answer this. And I think I tried to answer, but I didn't do a good job of your previous question, which, like you say, falls in the same vein. There is a fine line between confidence, cockiness, and arrogance, right? However, Coach Prime is in the sports and entertainment business. That's first of all. 6123, I'm coming to you. Just give me a minute. I want to clean up this piece. So here's where now the problem lies. I did say this a long time ago about Coach Prime. He's changed the face of recruiting. He has changed of how recruiting is going to happen with the way the cameras are in there, the whole deal, and so forth. He is now a trailblazer in the change of this thing. You have to remember, the system doesn't like showboats when it comes to sport, right? Like, you want to have sportsmanship. So, yeah, you can have confidence as long as your confidence isn't verbal, right? As long as you don't put it out there. You can have internal confidence, but you don't need to tell the world that you're the greatest. See, that's how it's always been. Have class. You need to have class. Well, guess what? We are in a day and age where this right here, everybody wants their 30 seconds of fame. Everybody is out here. Just think about what's going on in the world. People are provoking police officers so they can get footage, right? And I'm not trying to get a police thing. I'm just talking about things that we never used to do. People are doing because they want their 15 minutes of fame. You got people out here trying to prank people like they got some fire on them. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, you want to bang? You want to bang? And the dude in the hood like, what? And he pull out a Bang energy drink. Like, everybody's looking for that. So I'm saying to that, Coach Prime is playing right into what's happening today. Why is he doing it? He's doing it because you have to talk the language of these players. That's what these players understand. You understand? And he said that. Yeah. Matter of fact, when the Rock said something on the pregame show, he told him, he said, hey, say that one more time to the recruits. See, he doesn't care what the other people think about what he's doing. He cares, and this is my opinion, he cares that he's speaking the language, or if I could use a political term, he's dog whistling to the recruits that truly understand what he's doing. He doesn't care what the 50, 60, 70-year-old coach thinks. He cares what the 16, 17, 18-year-old recruit thinks. And that's where people are getting messed up. And he's also not doing his status quo. He's not going into the press conference. Yeah, we played a tough team, and you got to give them all the credit. They came in and they played well, and they were very physical and well coached. And he just not talking coaching cliche. He went in that thing and said, "You believe now?" Oh yeah, he told a reporter, "I read that bull junk. I read through that stuff." But we've seen other coaches do it, and it's not a problem. Everybody remembers the Mike Gundy from Oklahoma State. I'm 40. I'm a man. When that reporter wrote bull crap about his
package that they like,
exactly,
it's wrapped up in the package that they like. Just like Tom Brady passing it, they like it. T.O. on the sideline passing it, it's wrong.
It's wrong. But see, the thing is, Tom Brady, if Tom Brady broke the mold and would be out there and do the things that T.O. did or Chad Ochocinco did, because if you think about Chad Ochocinco, and I'm sorry, callers, I'm coming, but I really want to get this across. But if Chad Ochocinco, besides that incident he got into when he was at the Dolphins with his wife, I believe, later on in his career, was never an issue outside of football. He never did anything outside of football. I've never seen T.O. arrested. Now, you may not like the way he speaks about things, the way he talks about things, but it's all relative within the game. I don't know this to be certain, but I don't think he's ever been a problem outside of the game, meaning in society. I think Chad Ochocinco got that one thing, we got into it with his wife or whatever when he was at the Dolphins and the Dolphins cut him. But prior to that, everything they did was in the game. He sent the whole other team Pepto-Bismol bottles and all that kind of stuff. But they don't like that. Now, look at it. Now it's part of the game. They allow them to celebrate. They allow them to do certain things because these older folks now realize that's marketing. That's what gets the people going. And that's what Coach Prime is doing. I have to be very honest. He understands the marketing part of it. He understands who he understands who he needs to speak to and the decision makers. And the decision makers are these recruits and their parents, not the opposing coach or the opposing staff. They're not decision makers about Colorado. As long as Rick George and the board of trustees or whatever they have, their region or whatever they call it, is okay with it, then whatever. The man don't curse, he don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do this, he don't do that. And I have to say this, he's never talked about another coach. He may respond, but he never initiates like, man, we're going to go into Colorado and that coach over there. But I've never seen him do that, even as a player. So I appreciate you, Tony, man. Let me get this thing running. And we definitely need some people to call. Got other callers here in the back.
All right, Coach.
Thank you, brother. Man, hey, put a smile on your face, man. It's a great Saturday, man. You sound sad, man.
I'm good. I'm good now.
All right, brother. Florida up here whipping on Tennessee. Whipping on Tennessee right now. 136 rushing yards to 14 rushing yards. A minute 55 left. And the game is 26-7 at a half, man. Ooh, that's looking ugly. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate you, man. All right, 6123 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, man. What's up, Coach? Calling from California.
California, baby. West Side. I've never been to Cali, man. What part of Cali?
Yeah. I'm in LA, man.
Okay. All right. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts about this game today?
I like what he's doing out there and stuff, Deion Sanders and stuff in Colorado with bringing the money to the city, that's one thing a lot of people don't understand, that there's millions and millions of dollars coming into to the economy there and stuff. That's a lot of support to have a man fail, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me. Listen, I'm going to the USC game. Everything is cool. But I just happened to look at some hotel prices. I say, my goodness. Hey, and there's some hotel like Super 8 that leave the light on for you, boy. Them boy want $200 a night, $250 a night. And I'm like, hold up, man, not the Roach Motel. So, no, you're 100% right, man. Money magnet.
Yeah, man. My main question to you is about, I kind of hate to bring up the topic, but it's about race and stuff. I kind of don't agree with him throwing it out there on the open and stuff, talking about percentages of blacks in this. Like the man don't want him to succeed. I think he's doing it, and it's great. And I think it just goes best without being said because, it just draws more attention of a lot of racist people start making it about race and stuff. What you think about that?
Yeah, I did hear him say something about it, but I think he said it. I think he pulled the lid off of what's being said behind the curtains, right? He pulled the lid off, I think, of what's being said behind the curtain. What I think he said and what I believe, how I interpret what he said was simply, listen, people know I came to Colorado, which is predominantly a white school. I think I saw some stat where it's 2%, maybe 3% minority. Maybe. I may be wrong on my numbers, but I'm probably close. And he's saying, look, at the end of the day, and I've always believed this, sport, for those 3 hours you play in a game or you're in practice, nobody's thinking about black or white. You think about responsibility, doing the job for the man next to you, and so forth and so on. That's why I tell people sport, it within itself, is how we could live in this world. But unfortunately, it's all about power. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bad thing about it. And so I go back and say this about Coach Prime. I think he's pulling the Band-Aid, or he's opening the lid to things that people are kind of talking about behind the curtains. Like you said, sometimes you have to talk about these things. You have to talk about it. And that's been the problem, in my opinion, is that because people don't want to have a conversation about anything, nothing ever gets fixed or done. Because somebody could easily say, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Because it was said privately or it's not been put out there. The only time you hear the stuff that people want to straight talk about is in politics. And that's, so I get where you're coming from. A lot of people want to keep the game wholesome and so forth. But it is what it is, bro. We could call it what we want to call it.
No, and I support that, man. Like I feel what you're saying. I agree with you. I'm just, my thing is, there's a whole lot of haters and detractors out there that, they're just trying to find something to put this man down. At the end of the day, you can go root for him or against him, but he's doing positive things and stuff in this world for the young men out there, for the community. And you can't knock him for that and stuff. So, I just see a lot of messages when I watch the games and stuff. People making comments about race and stuff. It just upsets me. But I agree with you.
And you're right. I get it, right? Because you're coming from an HBCU, right? So there's a lot of people that feel like, man, you come from an HBCU gave you an opportunity to kind of kick your career off, and then you leave in 2.5 years, and then you go, not to say this being funny, but probably one of the whitest institutions there are in Colorado. You know what I mean? Like, you're on both ends of the spectrum here, and he's caught in the middle. But I do think that it is a valid conversation that people need to have and should have, because there's still a lot of things that need to change in this sport. I don't care what anybody says. When it comes to race and ethnicity in this sport, yeah, there have definitely been some advances been made. Yes, more quarterbacks. I just saw somebody in the NFL. There were more black starting quarterbacks ever in the NFL than any other time. Yes, I get that. And we can go on and open up this can of worms if we like. But I still think there's nothing wrong with having a real conversation about things. And that's where I think the problem is. People don't like discomfort. People don't like to be uncomfortable in certain situations. They just want everything to be nice and cozy and wrapped up in a bow, and let's just go into what it is. But there are things what it is. But I got to move on, man. We got other callers in the building.
It is what it is, Coach. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. All right, real quick. We got Butterfly 88 in the building. Talk to me.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hold on. You caught me with the cane juice. I was trying to drink some ice, went down my throat. I'm doing good. How are you?
With your room, I'm good. Trying not to go out and get the car that I'm looking at. So I'm going to be good. I don't need a V8.
All right. Do me a favor. Listen to Coach. Butterfly 88, don't go out and get the car that you're looking at until tomorrow, because the game is going to come on in a few minutes. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
I've been looking at all of the comments all week about the shades and the hat. I think it's hilarious. He said it wasn't calculated for him to do like the shades because the guy or the coach said that. He said he was doing a launch anyway, and it just lined up. So I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, just coincidence. Like I said, he's about product. He's about doing things. He may be able to get NIL deals for some of his players for those. I think they're called Blender, for the Blender shades and so forth. I mean, hey, bro, this is about business. This is about marketing. This is about what it is, and he's taking advantage of it. I tell people this about sport, Butterfly. The difference in sport. Let's say Jeff Bezos and Coach Prime. You know the difference?
What's the difference?
The camera. That's it. Jeff Bezos does business. There's no camera there, right? And I'm not talking about well-off media. I'm talking about like his boardroom is not on TV. Coach Prime's boardroom is on TV every Saturday. And that's every coach. Anybody in entertainment business. From Beyonce, her boardroom is those concerts that she's doing. What I'm saying is that the decisions that are made and the product that she puts out on the field or on the stage or whatever context you choose to use it, is for the public to see. Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, and them at Apple, well, I know he's passed on, but the Apple folks and so forth, their stuff is done behind closed doors. Right? And that's the difference. Yeah. And it's not up for judgment until it comes out. It's not up for judgment versus sport and entertainment. It's up for judgment. What's your thoughts?
No, I agree. I guess in general, I've observed this, just whether I'm at work in corporate America or just on the scheme of celebrities. Why do people have an issue with personas like Coach Prime, say, even Kobe? I remember I would follow him a lot, when he was living. And it just seemed like people had an issue with, how confident people can be, but they can back it up. But even like Diddy, Nicki Minaj, I'm just thinking of people that stand in their craft. They know they're good at it. People, it's like they want them to be humble. I even saw people talking about Coach Prime on LinkedIn, and it irked me. It was like no, I'm not going to bring race into it, but it's like the typical CEO characters talking about, well, I don't like how outspoken he is, but you all suppress people's voice every day in corporate America, but you don't like how outspoken this person is. Like writing articles about it. It's just weird to me.
Well, it's the same thing, right? Everybody you name deals with a camera. Jeff Bezos, and I tell people that I've heard this, those top 1% of people that are very successful, they're the same exact people as Coach Prime. The only difference is they don't have a camera in their face. Because if they didn't, why does Jeff Bezos need the biggest yacht in the world? Why does he have, he goes outer space. He does all these things. It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact, like these are the same exact people. Except the difference is the video camera, if they're like their own camera versus these corporate America CEOs are not. But I guarantee if you went and asked the employees that work around them a lot, they talk about their arrogance and even confidence, right? How smart they are because they made decisions. Like they talk about, I guarantee those two sets of people have the same characteristics. The only difference is the video camera makes the difference between the two people. You understand what I'm saying? Like when we think Jeff Bezos, we think Amazon. We don't hear his press conference, and he doesn't have to go out every Saturday and talk about the new launch of a product. He doesn't have to go out there and talk about, hey, we put out Amazon Prime the first time and it failed. He doesn't do that, right? It doesn't work. They just pull it off the shelf and do something new. Well, these entertainers, they got to go and talk. That's part of who they are. They have to bring the public involved, and that's where the difference lies. But yeah, we got 2 minutes left. We got another person calling in 2027. Give us a second. I'm talking to Butterfly 88.
No, that's all I really have. I'm just trying to stay up till the game comes on, because it comes on 10 my time. I know it's 8 Mountain time for them out there, because I'm sleepy. So, but I'm gonna stay up.
Yeah, you gotta stay. You gotta stay. Going to get you about an hour and 15-minute nap. Going to wake up and make it happen. Matter of fact, Elon Musk, he's the same kind of guy. Elon Musk.
Yeah, he is.
And the funny thing, the reason people get on Elon Musk, because he gets on the camera. Think about it. If Elon Musk stayed off the camera, people wouldn't have judgment. And that's the difference.
Nope, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
all right, Butterfly. Well, don't go buy the car. Real quick, can I ask you, what kind of car you going to buy? I'm being nosy. Not to put you out there.
I'm a Lexus girl, and I like the IS 500 right now. I like driving that one. The thing is, I try to be smart about any kind of most sports cars, like you can't rotate the tires. So the one I do have, I can rotate the tires, but it's the highest model I can go to rotate my tires. But if I go up, the V8 is going to be more gas and rotating them tires on their rear wheel, and I don't want to do that. So that's all, Coach.
Can I tell you, all that went straight over my head. All that went straight over my head. Rotating tires. I appreciate it. You have a good one. Be safe out there. Strap up in that seatbelt. All right, coming to 2027 next. Okay. Bye now. All right, coming to 2027 next. Hopefully people understood what I was talking about. 338 people in the building. I appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button. We already passed the 35,000. We're on our way to 36,000 subscribers. So go ahead and do that. Also, become a member. We're going to hang out too and make it happen. Got some good games going on here. Texas around here. Uh-oh, they just got scored on by Wyoming. Them Cowboys ain't playing. All right, 2027 coming up next. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Oh, we're live. Sorry about that, Coach. This is Rex Erickson. We're calling from Rio de Janeiro right now. We're on the beach getting ready to get the game set up right now.
Rio de Janeiro, man. You got sand between your toes, man.
Yeah, we're on the beach. Oh, gents. What the shit? Sorry about that. We're trying to do two things at one time. Hey, just wanted to say, man, we really like your content. You're doing a great job. Excellent insight on the E.M. Musk and Jeff Bowes piece. Like you said, it's just whenever you're a disruptor, if you're doing it out in public like Coach Prime is, you're going to get the flack and the pushback.
Right.
Elon Musk, Jeff Bowes, they both get pushback, but in different ways because, like you said, they're not up in the public's eye until the actual product is being presented or the actual position is being presented. We're launching an American Football League here in Brazil, and we're getting the same pushback.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. we're getting the same pushback from our own people, not from those who you would think would be pushing us back. So it's the exact same thing. We're in the same type of bed as the XFL and the USFL, but the pushback is coming from our own people and not from those you would think. We're going to be doing a deal with the NFL, doing a partnership with them on player safety and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a unique concept when you talk about being a disruptive and you're doing something outside the box.
That's right.
And you're and being a black man doing that, bringing this new position in sports to Brazil on the professional side, we get this. It's being disruptive in a different way because they're embracing it, but we're getting a little pushback from our own people back in the States. But it's all good because we got it done. We've got our own investors lined up, and there's a lot of new money out there. So people are looking to do things.
Sure.
There's a lot of opportunity, and there's a lot of alternative ways to getting a lot of money to bring your ideal to fruition. So always continue on your grind.
Yes,
Just
sir.
like Coach Prime, don't be afraid to step out of the box and to be you.
Correct.
Whatever you do.
And you know what's funny, man, that you bring that, like I said, we don't have any callers in the back. We got 338 people back in the building. But I do want to say this. You're right. Even when I came here, right, there are a lot of people, oh, Coach, well, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say this. I'm going to say it because, and I'm not saying anything to be hateful. I've always said that. I'm saying it because my job, I love talking sport. And I love bringing things just through my 23 years of experience of coaching and so forth, of bringing that to the table to say, hey, maybe we look at it this way, that way, in the third. But a lot of people say, man, because you know what? Coach Prime see everything, man. And he may not like that. Well, I understand, but I have to say this. Hopefully, Coach Prime will respect it because truly anything I've said was not hate more than it was sports talk. And so if that's the case, and if he doesn't like it, I hate to say this, that's okay too. That's okay. But just know I'm going to support him regardless. But if he thinks that, then he hasn't watched a lot of the content. And for the other people out there, it's okay as well too. Uh-oh, what kind of thing I got going on? Somebody got a bunch of things on the screen. But anyway, with that being said, I said that to say I feel like I am a kind of a disruptor in this game a little bit because of the way we do things. It's not a fan channel, and it's not a go along to get along channel in the words of Kwame Brown, right? We like to talk sports. We're going to question if we see this and that and the third. If you see something wrong, hey, bring it up, bring it out to light, and so forth and so on. And that's what I like doing, just having fun. And yeah, man, it's just what it is. But yeah, we have a good time with it.
You have great insight, my brother, and keep doing what you're doing. We're watching you down here in Rio de Janeiro.
I love it, man.
Keep on the lookout for us. We're going to be doing some streaming online here on YouTube. We got a deal coming up with a couple streaming agents as well. And I'm definitely going to send you some contact information because you might be one of the platforms we can utilize because a third of our players will be coming from the United States. And it'd be good to have a partner on that side.
Let's do it.
Can bring some contact and some insight too. So we'll definitely be in touch, man. I just want to tell you, keep doing what you're doing. God's will and all that you do. And we love you down here in Brazil, man. Everybody's on the beach looking at me like, hey, you're on YouTube. I go, yeah. They're watching it on YouTube on the other side. I'm on the other side.
Well, here's what I'll say to you. Here's what I'll say. I know in Brazil, they don't speak Spanish. They speak Portuguese. I only know a little bit of Spanish, and all I'm going to say is gracias.
Well, you know what? Obrigado is thank you in Brazil. Obrigado.
Obrigado. I know how to roll the R too. Obrigado. Obrigado.
Oh, there you go, my brother. We got to get you down here, Coach.
Let's do it, baby.
Let you come down. You know, there's a thing about Brazil. That's only one little section of Brazil. I've been living down here 10 years. Brazil is a huge country. Takes you 6 hours on an airplane just to fly over to Brazil to get to Rio de Janeiro.
Well, listen,
so
brother.
A lot to do down here.
I'm coming just for the football. That's all you got to worry about. That and the food.
Hey,
Coach gonna get the food too.
I'm gonna definitely be in touch with you, Coach, and get you some information sent on our league. And we'll definitely bring you down here as an ambassador of the sport because I appreciate the content that you do bring, the honesty, the insight, and you're always on point, my brother. So God's blessings to you, continued success, and know we're watching.
Thank you, man. Well, hit me up on my email, coachhayesfootball@gmail.com, and we'll definitely be in touch, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, bro. We'll definitely send some information out.
Let's do it, man. All right. Obrigado. Sure. Did I say it right? Birado.
Obrigado. Obrigado.
Obrigado. All right. I love it. I got to write that down. Obrigado.
All right, man. Boa noite. Ciao.
De nada. That's all I know.
You got that one, Scott.
They're not on it. That's all I can tell you, man. All right, brother. So listen, man, Colorado about to kick this deal off here in a little bit. In a little over an hour. 10 o'clock is coming around the corner. It's 8:51. Some games are going home, man. There's some butt kicking going on out there. Let me see here if anybody has. All right, we got all type of people subscribing. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you so much. Like I say, more than welcome to call in 862-799-9956. Call on in. Yep, there you go, LMV. Call me Coach International. Huh? I ain't Coach Hey. I got to go make another shirt. Huh? Coach Cross the Water. That's my new name. Huh? Coach Brazil. Obrigado. I hope I said that right. Obrigado. I hope I said that right. Anyway, that's perfect. Let me see here. Thank you for everybody that just subscribed. All right. Miss Blue says, good evening. Good evening. I want some more people to call on in, 862-799-9956. How we got 357 people in the building and nobody's called in. You don't have nothing to say? Nothing at all is amazing to me. But anyway, back to what I was saying was I thought Butterfly brought up a great point. Of course, people are going to have things to tweet and say about Coach Prime. And I guess for lack of a better word, I'm just going to say like antics, I want to say. But I think it's all positive. I really do. I've never questioned any of his ability to bring people in to trigger responses, right? So forth and so on. One thing about coaching is people still like it a certain way. And that's what it is. People like it a certain way, right? You still see the coaches with the ties on, right? The old school, was it PJ Fleck? He wears a tie with the vest. Well, he does that. I think he's doing that in honor of previous coaches. And a lot of people still want it that way. But unfortunately, things have to evolve. Games have to evolve. And things change, right? Just like, imagine football. Imagine this game today without the forward pass. For you people that don't realize, football didn't always have a forward pass. Imagine basketball without the three-point shooter. There'd never be a Steph Curry. Why do we need a Steph Curry? Why would we need Steph Curry if there was not a three-point line? These are the things that happen in the game, and it changes. And you have to understand the game of college football is way different than NFL. NFL is more corporate because it is a corporate gig. I'm not saying college is not. So chill out with all cap tweets. I'm coming to you 53-16. I'm coming to you 1 second. But I'm saying is you have to remember you have to garner the attention of these recruits. Colorado is not an easy place to recruit to within itself. The state of Colorado doesn't have a number of top high-profile 5-star, 4-star players. Just the state within itself or the surrounding states does not have that, right? Maybe Arizona, I would say. But we're talking about an abundance of them. So what do? You have to create something to draw that attention to it. You have to create something to draw that attention to it. And I believe that's what Rick George understood, the athletic director at Colorado, that said, I need to get a guy that's going to draw attention to it. And that's exactly what he's done. That's exactly what he has done. Think about it. Think about what this dude has done, and you tell him not to be arrogant. I'm not even talking football. His presence alone has created jobs in Boulder. His presence alone has created podcasts that are strictly for Colorado, that did not even exist prior to his arrival to Colorado. He alone has created money and things. Think about those hotel chains in Colorado. Yeah, they probably were doing fine, but they're doing way better this time of year. For the next 12, 13 weeks, they're going to be doing a lot better. The restaurant businesses around it, all those people that are coming to Boulder, they have to eat. Now these restaurants are flourishing, all because one guy. See, that people don't understand the power of that. People don't understand the power that he brings to that. So the hate comes, or the questions and comments come because they don't have the power. Well, Coach Prime said, listen, hell, for the past 20-some years, I created this from Florida State, creating Coach Prime, right? This alter ego, to becoming that guy on the football field, the baseball field. Now I'm going to parlay that fame. I went on and I did some TV stuff, right? Commentary. Then I said, man, you know what? I don't like the way these people coaching my kids. I got enough money. I'm cool. Let me go coach my kids. And I'm parlaying that fame to now create this. People get mad. Not one person in here could raise their hand and say they wouldn't do the same. May do it a little different, but you'll do it the same. 5316 in the building. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, what up, man? This is Anthony calling from Nebraska by way of Warner Robins.
Warner Robins, Georgia. Warner Robins, Georgia to Nebraska. Okay, talk to me.
Yeah. My wife out here for work, so I'm going out here with her. But anyway, I heard what you're talking about. I mean, it's interesting though that so many people have an opinion on what another man decides to do with his career. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they're in their feelings about it. Oh, I would have done it this way. I would have done it that way. We'll never know because you're not on his level. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I used to coach youth basketball.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I asked parents was, I said, any of y'all want to coach?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would step up and wanted to coach. I said, so when I make the decisions and I call the shots, don't say nothing.
Yeah, they want to criticize. They don't want to coach. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is because they don't have the confidence in their abilities like I do. You understand what I'm saying? Like you did. Like he does. But then they want to stand on the sidelines and second guess everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with this too. It's the same thing with this, right? My face is on here, and all these other content creators' faces on here. You know how many people that leave comments? All you see, I'm just pulling the first comment I see right here, Black Cuddy, right? Is an avatar. I'm just using you for an example, Black Cuddy, not saying you. It's an avatar, so you could hide behind the keyboard at any given moment and say whatever you want to say. Matter of fact, I see when I just saw, I asked somebody to raise their hand if they would not have parlayed what they've done into something new. And Joe Toes raised his hand. So now Joe Toes has just a J up there as an avatar.
Yeah.
All right. But Joe Toe, call on in, man. Yeah. Let's see if you would do it differently. I want to hear how you do it differently, Joe. But anyway, you're 100% right. Go ahead.
I look at it like this, though, Coach. Like, for instance, the how he came in and he, put those guys' feet to the fire and said, hey, I'm going to try to make you, quit. It really, folks look at it the wrong way. It's a challenge to see who I got. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's like when a company buys out another company. You know what I mean? A poor performing company. I don't know anywhere, not just in America, but in this world, that you get to keep your job when you're underperforming, when you're bad at your job. You know what I mean? They're going to come in, they're going to evaluate, and they're going to look at departments, they're going to cut entire departments because guess what? They ain't making us no money. You see what I'm saying? People want to stand there and second guess and judge that thing.
But bro, it's like that everywhere. Again, he's on camera. Except, guess what? You saw Elon Musk did it to Twitter. He cut the whole thing out of Africa.
Yeah, because it's not. You got to look at, like they say, assets and liabilities. Are you an asset? Are you a liability?
Sure.
If you're a liability, I don't have but so much time to turn this thing around, and I can't sit and hope you turn into something that you're not.
And you've already been here, and show that you haven't.
Exactly. And then you've proven that you are by the way you handle the situation right now, because you still got an opportunity now, but you ain't doing nothing with it. But I'll say this, I like you talk about the economy and the different things that he impacts. People stand and talk a good game about what he is or what he isn't. But the proof is in the results. Everywhere he's been, he's won.
That's true.
You look at even just winning with his family. Look at his children. You see what I'm saying? He's putting in the time with them. Guess what? The results are coming out.
Yeah.
And so I'll say it like this. If 80% of what you do is producing these types of results and 20%
is, I don't necessarily like it. Which way I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go with the
80
percentage that's produced.
Sure enough, 100%. Man, listen, I totally agree.
I got one thing before I go.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I totally agree with that, and I want to say this: like when people bring these things up, you don't think Nick Saban is confident? You don't think this guy? Nick Saban doesn't have this personality, right? He just doesn't have. You don't think see? People want everybody to be Nick Saban. People want everybody to be Bill Belichick. Nobody has had a coach that has been through the quote unquote. Because listen, I want y'all to hear me carefully. A lot of people, and I'm sorry, 7612, I'm coming. A lot of people, Keyshawn Johnson included, and everybody else, kind of made fun of Coach Jay Norvell, saying, "Hey, you followed the rules and you didn't get it done." And I hear them saying that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that approach to that guy for that. Because we know Jay Norvell had to follow that. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't have an opportunity. The difference is Deion Sanders comes in with the name. If Deion Sanders was just a guy named Deion Sanders, he wouldn't last doing it with the persona. But because he is Deion Sanders, he can do it and he can survive it. Jay Norvell, Jay Norvell couldn't do that. And that's the only thing I didn't like, that when they kind of went after him about that. I don't mind him going after him for his comment, but don't say, "Oh, well, you follow status quo and you had to." It's no different than you wanted that certain job and they told you had to cut your dreads. You had to do this. You couldn't have tattoos on your arm. You wanted to do this. Again, we have to live in their culture. They don't have to live in ours. So make sure we understand that.
And that's why Deion is so dangerous, because he's not following the status quo, and it may open it up for others to do the same. So a lot of people are turning around and pushing others out there to criticize him, so they can turn around and knock him down. So hopefully they can keep things the way they always have.
You're 100%. Oh, they hung up. I'm sorry. Well, we could rock out. They hung up until they call back. But anyway, that's the guy that that's the only thing. I hear what they're saying. I believe Desmond Howard said it too, in regards to, look, man, you follow the rules and you did da 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 da. Well, guess what? I'm just call something, like I say. They sure following the rules on their shows. They sure come in there. They don't have hats, glasses, and gold chains hanging from around their neck. I'm just saying, Keyshawn. Hold on, I'm just saying, Keyshawn Johnson, these guys, when they go on ESPN, hello, today we got a football game, and they don't look like they would if they was going out to the club. They're following the rules.
They living through him because they want to. They want to be more individual, but they're not. Nobody's willing to take a chance because they're looking at what they can lose. He ain't really got much to lose in that he already established.
Like my thing, right? Correct. My thing is this. Oh, they're going to call back. My thing is this. The only reason they wore shades on that show today was because it was part of the whole theme and gimmick. But you don't see them guys wearing shades every day on them. You don't see them out there just, hey, they pimped up with their shades and they this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you remember Bruce Arians. They got on Bruce Arians because he used to wear the Kango hat. Was it Bruce Arians? Was it Bruce Arians from Tampa? Yeah.
I think it is Arians.
Yeah. Remember, he wore the Kango hat.
And he didn't care.
Yeah.
But I got one thing for you. I tried to join, but every time I join, it takes me to like the site or whatever, and then it keeps saying I don't have access. So
all right. Do you have an iPhone? You have an iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the problem. I've always said this iPhone. The problem with iPhone, I don't know. There's a thing between iPhone and the YouTube app. You have to log in through your Safari and then log on to your YouTube that way, or Ella may put it up in here. But if you log on, like say through your Safari browser and then go to youtube.com and then log in that way, you can join. I don't know why they won't allow you to join through the app if you have an iPhone or iProducts, iPad, iMac, or whatever the case may be.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that for you. I'm gonna get on to that right now.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
Be safe out there in corn country, man. Be safe out there in corn country.
No, I got 2 more weeks. We out of here. We head on a cruise. We head to New York.
Hey, matter of fact, Ellen just put it in the chat. God, dog, Ellen, you fast. Like I literally just said that. You don't already. Well, you.
Thank you.
She a real G, boy. I'm telling you, boy. All right, appreciate you, man. Let me get on the Daryl page.
Okay, those what we were talking about, having good people that know what they doing, they keep their job, they get elevated.
Right. I might fire everybody around her, but I got to keep Ellen.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, most definitely.
All right, brother.
All right, well, I appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right. All right, DP on the line. What's up with you, baby? Talk to me.
What it do, Coach? What it do, man? I just been sitting back this weekend enjoying some of this good old college football. It's crazy this year, man. Ain't no clear-cut number one. I can't see who the number one team in the nation from what I seen today, man.
Ohio State was looking shaky. Bro, Ohio State was looking shaky early. Georgia looked a little shaky. Alabama looked shaky. Tennessee losing right now. Missouri just beat who was it? K-State. Man, it's all over the place right now.
61-yarder. And how Alabama beating USL 17-3, man? What's going on? Peanut got to explain that to me.
Peanut was in the chat too. I need Peanut to call in one day, man. I seen Peanut before. Peanut was on somebody else's channel.
He definitely ain't calling in this year, Coach. You gonna cancel that. But about Coach Deion, yeah, he gonna have everybody that's on the coaching staff nervous because them boosters, they gonna get the call and the boosters gonna get to coming up there to that office and they gonna be like, what are you doing with our money? Deion's doing it the first year. Deion having everybody scared, big dog.
And listen, he's different. And here's what's scary. You know, like here's a perfect example. Somebody said, Coach, matter of fact, I think it was Ellen and quite a few people that hit me up because, you know, I do the good, bad, and ugly film review. And I guess another guy from Texas A&M put out a thing called Good, Bad, and Ugly. And so they sent it to me.
Seen that.
Yeah, it's all good. But he's talking on it. He's not breaking out film. Shout out to him. I don't even know his name, but he's an Aggie guy, Texas A&M guy. But anyway, and my response to her was, hey, often imitate it, but never duplicate it. And it's the same thing. If that is not your persona, you can't do it. Because if that was the case, you would see Eddie George at Tennessee State with that same thing. You would see Hugh Jackson at Grambling with that same thing. Just because you played in the pros, you're not going to be him, right? That has to be embedded in you. And if that's not embedded in you, you can't fake it because they'll see the real. That's him.
Yeah, Deion got drafted with sauce, man. You seen the drip when he got drafted? Come on now. The only other person I can think that got like a personality that stand out in college football when it comes to coaching is Coach Lane Kiffin. But other than Coach Lane Kiffin, I can't think of nobody that got like a real deal personality that just stand out.
No, and like you said, Lane Kiffin. Now you'll catch one of these younger coaches that's going to come along in the next couple of years that'll get a shot. And he'll probably try it at a smaller school, you know, some of your group of 5 schools, maybe your FCS schools, and he'll try it a little bit to test it out and see how it works, right? But the difference, like I said, the difference in Coach Prime and the rest of these guys is oh God, I'm gonna kill myself for making this comparison, but just follow me, please. Y'all don't hold me to it. Just listen. I don't even know why I'm finna say it, but I'm finna say it. Oh God. I'm the analogy king, but I feel like I'm finna hurt myself. Coach Prime and that guy that used to be the president have something very much in common.
You talking about Trump?
Yeah. Right? No, hear what I'm saying. They can't hear me out. They can't be bought off in the sense of a politician, right? You can't fire Prime. He all right. He's okay. Like these other politicians come here and say what they're going to do. I'm not saying Trump did. God, I can't believe I'm saying this foolishness. But just hear me out. The parallel I'm trying to make here is I am him already. Whether you fire me or elevate me, I'm still going to be who I am. Versus, here's a perfect example, Mel Tucker. Let's just take Mel Tucker, for example. Forget about what he did. But look at his career. It's done. It's done. I hate to say it. He might get a smaller job somewhere, you know, St. such and such Catholic high school or some private school somewhere. But Power 5 schools, that's done. Basically, what I'm saying is Coach Prime can always recover. These other coaches can't recover because they're not him. I hope that makes sense.
I feel what you're saying. They got a real big persona.
No, right. But the same thing that he ran on was, I can't be bought by these lobbyists. You can't buy me by these lobbyists. I'm going to do what I want to do. And guess what? He did exactly what he wanted to do. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong and different, but he did what he wanted to do. And Coach Prime can do what he wants to do because he can't be bought. I hope that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that make a lot of sense, big coach.
Bro, let's go look at Kevin Summerlin, Texas A&M, with Johnny Manziel. Was on the height of all heights. Most people don't even know where he's coaching at right now. Talk to me. Tyrone Willingham was at Notre Dame. Ended up being a golf coach at Stanford. Randy Shannon can't get another job.
Because they weren't prime, coach.
They not prime. And that's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Those are the things where I'm saying is that if you come in and you do what you wanted to do, right? Let's just say if Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or whoever wanted to go and be president, they don't need a lobbyist. They could pay for their own campaign. They don't need a favor. If Jeff Bezos goes and say, hey, I want to run for president, I don't need this group of lobbyists over here to fund my campaign. I'll fund it myself. Because every time you get funded by somebody, that's another favor you need. Hey, Daryl, check this out, baby. I need you to shoot me some bread so I can get the show off the ground. No problem, coach. Here you go. But when you want me to put a certain ad up here and I don't really want to do it, guess what? I got to do it because you helped me get to where I am. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm thinking of what you're putting down.
And that's the problem. Well, not the problem. That's what you're seeing. And that's why Coach Prime does what he wants to do. It's just that simple.
Yeah, that's like if Ray Lewis really wanted to coach football. Mm-hmm. If Ray Lewis decided to coach somebody university, he is gonna follow. And his persona is different. Mm-hmm. So I feel what you're saying. Like the say Randy Moss decided to be the head coach. Who's not? These kids grew up seeing Randy Moss. They know about Randy Moss. So yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like that name will hold weight.
Yeah, but you also got to remember this too. Randy Moss also made his name outside of the coaching arena. How many coaches that you see right now have made their name outside of the coaching arena? Wasn't Nick Saban? Wasn't Dabo Swinney?
None that's doing a good job. That's on the elite level,
none. And most of the coaches that you see today, they come up through the rank. Think about how fast Coach Prime moved. Think about how fast he moved. This dude, let's call a spade a spade. High school? Bro, the dude been coaching, it's 2023, been coaching since COVID, 2020. In 3 years, once entering college ranks, just any level, he's already a Power 5 head coach. Where else do they do that? Who else has ever done that?
The Prime affair, baby.
The guy at Florida right now, the defensive coordinator at Florida is 30 years old, and everybody's praising this dude. Oh, my God, he's the youngest coordinator ever. He's moving super fast, but he's been in college since he was 23. He already been in 7 years. He just getting to the coordinator at 30. He's he's going up the ladder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you, my boy.
Yeah, just what it is, man. Man, hey, I just saw something on it. They had a pregame up there with Colorado and Colorado State kind of meeting up in the middle of the field. It looked like it was about to be some fireworks. Maybe it was some
shots fired. Shots fired.
Hey, Coach, I don't know why they don't mess around and make that thing personal like Deion say, man. Everybody already knew we had Colorado State losing this game coming into the season before we even seen what was going to happen. So we know it's going to be ugly tonight, man.
Do you think they're going to run a score? Because right now I'm looking at the poll. 87% say yes, 13% say no. 610 votes have been cast already. All right, so 610 votes, 80%, 87% say yes, 13% say no.
I'm gonna give you the old school coach. Coach. But by the time we done, coach, they gonna need a new scoreboard, coach. Run the score, they gonna break the scoreboard, coach. You know how we gonna do, coach. You know that. Stop playing with it. We got them dogs out there, coach. You already know. Colorado, yes, sir. Boy, I told you, coach. I told you.
Hey, shout out to Carpet Tech. Hey, shout out to Carpet Tech in the building, man. You know, we got a $50 donation per game. So he was so gracious to remind me that we got a $50 donation on the game. So I appreciate it, Carpet Tech. Let me do some give love real quick. I got to give love right here to these folks, man. Big shout out to Tripping with the Parkers. They have become a new member on the YouTube channel. So I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for becoming a new member. 486 people in the building right now. Thank you guys for watching, paying attention. We just having fun. Call on in 862-799-9956. You can talk to us, man. Y'all notice too, my members up there. I put a Dion head up there. Do me a favor, LV, can you spam the chat with the Dion head? Is a Dion head in there? I need a Dion head in there. And Dr. Let me see here. Dr. Daniel 144, great analogy, Hayes, with Prime and President with Donald Trump. Yeah. So yeah, I totally get it, man. But I said all that to say that's what made it different. Can I get more than one Dion head? Ellen got this one Dion head up there. I can't put it on the screen. Oh, matter of fact, let me see here. Put a bunch of them back to back, Ellen, like all on one row. Do them all on one row. Mark Stamper said, "Let me see your score prediction, Coach. Oh, see you. I'm gonna be stank with it. You ready? I'm gonna be stank with it, DP. You ready?
What to do?
Look at all them Dion heads up there. I'm gonna be stank with it. You ready? Look at all these Dion heads I got up there. I'm gonna say 63-10.
What's crazy is I was in the 63-point ball range. I'm gonna say 63-0. They made it personal.
I just think that they're gonna. I think they can pop one. I also say this. The reason I say nothing because there is going to be a point where some younger guys are going to get in, some guys not as much, and they're still going to have guys out there playing, and they're going to pop one here and there. So that's why I say 63-10.
Shoot, I also got Travis Hunter balling tonight. He's
you know what?
Have a breakout game tonight.
I apologize. Let me go back. I forgot. It's not old football. It can't be 63. I'll go with, let me see, 29 field goal in Jay Philly. 52-10. I'll go 52-10.
You changed because the time differential, this non-stop clock, the running
clock. Yeah, I brought it down. Yeah,
I
brought it down because they're gonna, the clock gonna be running a lot of. So that's how I brought it down.
Yeah, because now that you say that, I'm gonna stay with 63-0. I'm gonna stay with it because Colorado State might turn the ball over a lot, put them in good field position multiple times.
I got you. Well, let me push on. I got another call in here, 8552 on the line. We're gonna see what's going on with that.
All right, Coach, you love, man. It's always all about the youth. But shout out to Colorado too, dog.
Yeah, shout out. Hey, man, it is what it is, dog. We gotta rock and roll. All right, here we go, man. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right, 8552. Caller coming to you. Caller talking to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, my brother? Who am I speaking to?
This is Lonnie, man. From North Carolina, bro.
Lonnie from North Carolina, man. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on Colorado, man?
Hey, man. I feel like first off, I feel like you got something good going on, man. Keep up what you got going on.
Thank you, brother.
But the whole thing is, man. Oh, no doubt. But the whole thing is, man. When you got something that is intimidating and you know you facing it, it's about what you're gonna do. And they say pressure bust pipes, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you think Colorado gonna do tonight?
I
they
just
gonna
said,
cut up, man.
yeah, I think they're gonna
they
cut
gonna
up.
cut up, man. They gonna bust the pipe. Like they gonna actually disrespect in a good way, but it's gonna be through football. You get what I'm saying?
I agree. I don't think Coach Prime is gonna go too far, but it's gonna be real suggestive.
Oh, yes, he is.
No, what I'm saying is, it's not gonna be in your face when I mean going too far. It's gonna be real suggestive. Like, for example, he might have this.
Of course.
He might have this whole thing set up. I'm just talking about the kind of dude he is. He might have this whole thing set up.
Right.
When they score, everybody puts their shades and hat on. Like that kind of like that kind of stuff.
Dude he is, bro.
Or he may have, like, for example, you know how they got that big cap now that a lot of players wear, the big hat, that real big old hat?
Right.
He may have it set up when a dude score on the sideline. You know how we used to have a turnover chain? Some people got the championship belt. That dude might have a big hat and a big sunglasses and act like he's doing an interview. I'm telling you, he that kind. So it's not really, it's not in your face, but it's in your face. Yeah.
Hey, what about this? What about if he score or anybody score? It don't matter who it is. They run to the end zone and slide and get in a group and put the shades on.
Well, that's a penalty though. That's a penalty. So he's not gonna do that. But he may do it on the sideline. No, but
they're gonna be up by 20-some points.
Yeah, but he not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you why he's not gonna do that. The only reason I'm gonna tell you why not, because he talked about with discipline, right? And that's being an undisciplined act. So you kind of being counterproductive. You being hypocritical to your own rule set. However, hold on.
Running the score up on somebody don't mean you don't got discipline.
No. I ain't talking about running the score. I'm talking about sliding in the end zone, doing all the extra stuff. That's what because
that's what do you think he did all his life? He was a showboater. You think he's not gonna let his kids do it? Like,
no, he does, but they don't get penalized for it. When you do that big of an act, you're going to get penalized.
Hey, bro, when you up by 20 and somebody talked about your mama, what you gonna do?
I'm with you, but he's going to do it on the sideline. Not in the end zone. He's going to do it on, like, what I'm saying is he's going to do it.
Yeah, it might not be in the end zone. That was you know what I mean? That was a little bit too much. It might be on the side, but the whole thing is they're gonna showboat and do it, and they're not gonna apologize about it.
And I want to see this pregame speech. I hope it come. I think his mama gonna come out, like he gonna do the speech, and then his mama gonna come out and be like, and I taught him all that. Like she gonna have a one-liner in there, because he said it in the game day thing. He said clearly, my mama might have something for the pregame speech. So, like I said,
did say that.
So here's what I'm gonna tell you. One thing I say about Prime, he like Floyd Mayweather. Hate him or love him.
Talk to me, OG.
You gonna watch him. Hate him or love him. You gonna watch him, because like Mayweather, people watched him. People watched him because they loved him. But people also watched him because they wanted to see him lose. So imagine, think about what you said. I'm coming to you 0647.
So good, OG.
Mm-hmm.
The college didn't have the money to pay him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Prime betted on himself like Brian Burns doing this year on his contract on his 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing is, hey, Ben, you see where I'm at, right? Oh no, Colorado not playing yet, but it's on the next. I got it. But the whole thing is when Dion makes something pop, he don't just make it pop. He just, hey, bro, everybody eats, bro. And I don't feel sorry for nobody. It's just like that's how the world coming. Look at the UWA. What's that? The GMC strike. Look at all the shit going on right now. People want to be seen and they want to be heard.
Mm-hmm. Everybody want a platform.
And Dion saying you gonna hear me.
I got one last thing before I get to my next caller. 0647 coming to you right now.
Go ahead, big dog.
But I want to say this last thing to you, man. I'm telling you, I really think that the crazy part about this is it's gonna be. I'm telling you, I could just see it's gonna be something. I don't know if he's gonna have a crowd.
Hey, what's your score prediction after you say that? But go ahead.
I said 52-10. I said 50. I had 63-10, but then I realized the new rules, how fast the clock moves now. I'm gonna go with 52-10.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying 54-10.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
because the defense not gonna give no more than 15 points, so I'm not tripping.
All right.
So, and I know we're gonna score more than 30, so it's like, yeah, I give us 15 over.
I like it, man. Well, let me push on, man. Hey, this your first time calling in?
Oh yeah, it's my first time, man. I enjoyed talking to you, bro, and I can tell you a good OG, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Well, don't be a stranger, man. Say the number in your phone and let's go, man. Let's get this thing rocking, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Already know, bro.
All right, now.
Yeah.
All right, we rocking and rolling in here. 0647 coming to you now. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
This is Terrell calling from Tennessee.
Terrell from Tennessee, man. What's up with you? A Tennessee fan? Because they ain't looking too hot right now.
No, I'm originally from Florida, man. So I'm a big Florida fan. We whooping ass right now.
You a Florida fan? Oh God.
You already know it. You already know it.
Well,
But
it's
I'm a
been good
Colorado
talking to
fan
you, man.
too,
Your
so-
2 minutes are up, man. Hey, have a good night. God bless. Anyway, no, I'm just teasing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm a big Colorado fan, man.
Why? Well, why you a Colorado fan?
Dion. You know
Okay.
that's why. Dion, man.
All right. I don't want to make sure that you
Prime
tell it.
time, man.
I don't want to make sure you tell the truth because I want to know how many. Put your
I got
hands
to
up
tell
in
the
the
truth,
chat.
brother.
Hold on. Put your hands up in the chat if you've been a Colorado fan prior to Coach Prime coming there. All right. So you're a new CU. Nothing wrong with that. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm a new CU. I'm locked in, man. I think Coach Prime is taking this thing to another level, man. This is greatness that we witness in this generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
As a black head coach, he gonna take it to another level.
Yeah, I agree. Right? He's a trailblazer right now for what and how he's doing it. Like certain things I believe in life do have to line up, right? Like the moon and the stars all have to line up. For example,
true.
The whole thing of the transfer portal, right? Like you talk about timing in life, and we always talk about being 2 minutes early or 2 minutes late to certain things. Is man, I wouldn't have been in that accident if I'd have left the house 2 minutes early, or I wouldn't have did this if I was 2 minutes late. If Deion Sanders was 2 years early, he wouldn't be in this situation. Or if he was 2 years late, like if his kid, like I just think about it, kind of go back in time. If his kids weren't,
I agree with you.
Yeah, like imagine if he decided to do with Shiloh what he did with Shador. Like instead of letting Shiloh go on to South Carolina and say, you know what, I want to coach my kid, blase, this, that, and the third, and try to find a position Shiloh's freshman year. I'm not saying it would have been a good outcome, but the moon and the stars and everything didn't line up for that. And this is like the perfect.
You just took the words out of my mouth, man.
Mm-hmm.
God timing, man. Everything happened in God time, man. It's part of the journey. Just got to go on it.
Yeah, no.
I think that's what Prime doing.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect, man. Oh, we go tripping with the Parkers. Hold on real quick. Let me get some love. You don't only call in right now. Tripping with the Parkers right here. Let me put this up here. For the $4.99. Say, hey, coach, it's Anthony in Nebraska. What's up with you, baby? Finally got sub. Appreciate the help. Blessed to you. Yeah, man, we had you already up here as a sub. When you subbed in, it came up as a sub. Matter of fact, let me put that up here. You already come through as a sub. Here you go. You're a team member. See? Popped up right here. Right here, Anthony.
Hey,
so I appreciate you.
My score prediction, man.
Mm-hmm.
63 shit.
I said 63, but I hammered it down a little bit simply because the new rule of the way the clock continues to run. So I took it down a couple just because of that. It's not the whole rule. So I said 63-10. I'm going to go with 52-10. No.
Okay, I don't think Colorado scored.
I think they scored at the end just because I think it's some of the younger guys will play at that point who may not necessarily be ready. Oh yeah, you can take it personal. I'm all for it. I like it.
Yeah. Let's go, Colorado.
We're gonna find out real quick.
Find out, buddy, man.
Listen, in 30 minutes, we're going to find out.
Bro.
Yes, sir, I sure will. And we're doing a post game right after. As soon as it's over, we live right back here. I want to hear from you. I don't care if it's 2 in the morning or it's 7 in the morning, whatever. We're going to be right here. So as soon as it's over, we'll be right back. So make sure y'all hit the subscribe button.
All right.
Thank you, man. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock this deal out, man.
The conference has been locked.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and lock the conference out right quick because I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I got to get my juice ready. I got to get prepared. You know what I'm saying? Got to get my feet up in the air, my popcorn ready. I already got my shades. Hold up. I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. I got a couple more games. I got to check my fantasy too, man. If y'all don't know, Coach Dude, we got a whole fantasy league over here on Coach A's football. And Coach out here whipping butt right now because I don't play them games. I never been a dude I could wear shades in the dark. I can't wear shades in the dark. I got to see my surrounding in case somebody need the 1-2s. And I ain't talking about DJing either. But anyway, all right, here we go. Appreciate for everybody that just subscribed. We are doing the post-game show immediately after this. So hold tight, hold ready. I don't think anybody want to be in the champagne room tonight so far as the members. Let me know. I could definitely set it up. I'm here in the lab. I got some working and editing to do. So I'll make sure I do that. But other than that, we about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that called in, people that tuned in. All 400 plus you guys and ladies. Thank you all so much. And let's see you in a few hours here. It's gonna be some fireworks in this deal, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you'll know when I go live in the post game. You can pop right back in. You ain't got to go search for Coach Hayes. I'm gonna jump on your phone like this. My whole face gonna be on your phone. You see it? You see it right there? You see the logo? See the logo? Be right on your phone. Come on with it. Anyway, with that being said, I appreciate it. Thank you. Peace, love, and hair grease. We're gonna see what it's all about in a few. Coach Hayes will holler at you. Somebody pass me my Colorado concoction. Talking about he wear his hat and sunglasses. That mother, get his ass up out of here, man. Hat and sunglasses. Funky mother.